Amistad and Harper Audio present You Don't Know Us Negroes and Other Essays by Zora Neale Hurston. Edited and with an introduction by Genevieve West and Henry Louis Gates, Jr. Read by Robin Miles. A note before we begin. For a chronological list of essays, don't forget to download the accompanying enhancement PDF from your audiobook provider, or go directly to www.harpercollins.com/audio/You Don't Know Us Negroes and Other Essays. Editor's Note. Most of the essays collected here appeared in Hurston's lifetime over the course of almost 40 years. Some appeared in print in the years following Hurston's death. Still others appear here for the very first time. Ritualistic Expression, The Chick with One Hen, Which Way the NAACP, You Don't Know Us Negroes, The Lost Keys of Glory, Take for Instance Spessard Holland, and The South Was Had, have never before been published. The Hue and Cry About Howard University, Race Cannot Become Great Until It Recognizes Its Talent, Noses, Now Take Noses, and the Ruby McCollum series are all reprinted here for the first time since their initial publications. The essays are often grounded in the political and social context of Hurston's own time. So to make the volume more accessible to today's readers, the essays are annotated to supply information that her initial readers would have likely had, such as names and details about events that would have been in the media. To establish the copy texts for this volume, that is, the versions upon which the essays printed here are based, we took a two-pronged approach. First, if an essay appeared in print during Hurston's lifetime, we returned to the earliest known publication of that essay. In the case of the other essays, we used either the earliest extant typescript or manuscript, whichever exists. We have made only minor editorial changes to Hurston's writings. Rather than imposing a universal standard on the volume, each essay has been edited as a discrete text. Thus, readers will find the variations of folklore, one word, folklore, hyphenated, and folklore, two words. Apostrophes in contractions, ain't without an apostrophe versus ain't with an apostrophe, also follow the pattern in the original text. Among the few silent emendations, we corrected misspelled proper nouns and obvious typographical errors. The punctuation is largely Hurston's own. The exceptions include adding an occasional comma to introduce quotations, or, in a few instances, moving end punctuation to inside the quotation marks, in keeping with today's standard practices, adjusting capitalization within quotations to reflect current practices, adding a comma when one comma, either opening or closing around an appositive phrase, is missing, and adding periods where end punctuation is entirely missing. In general, capitalization here follows the original, so readers will find heaven lowercase and heaven uppercase, hell lowercase and hell uppercase, as well as southern lowercase and southern uppercase. Alternate spellings have been retained within essays rather than regularized across the volume. The rare significant change appears in brackets, or those brackets indicate the insertion of a letter or word where the manuscript or typescript is illegible. Hurston's last writings, The South Was Had and Take for Instance Spessard Holland, exist only in Hurston's handwriting, and parts of the manuscripts were lost when staff at the nursing home in which she died began burning her belongings. The brackets there indicate text that has been lost. The essays published in Hurston's lifetime, including her reportage on the Ruby McCollum case, were often accompanied by artwork, blurbs, and biographical descriptions of Hurston that publishers created to situate the author and her texts in their particular moment. However,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?